I've struggled with this decision for over 2 years now. When I started the Karate Shrimp, I was so excited. I spent 5 months building my website. I took a blog writing course. I did a ton of research, learning how to make videos and all the things. I have this massive binder filled with notes from that time. I was obsessed in the most positive, wonderful way possible. It was exciting and it was fun for me. Soon after starting the Karate Shrimp, I realized I didn't like blogging. Video was the thing for me, the thing that got me really excited, the thing that I could immerse myself into doing again and again. But I kept blogging because I'd already put so much time and effort and work into it, even though my heart wasn't in it. And then I started doing more, posting more across my socials, creating shorts and reels and TikToks, starting a podcast, being everywhere as much as possible with the goal of building this thing up and expanding my reach. Because you can't help people if they can't find you, right? So it seemed to make sense. But then I burnt out, and I know a lot of that had to do with stress and grief and all the stuff that I was going through at the time and holding on to. But a big part of that also had to do with following this playbook of every big social media team out there. Be everywhere, on all platforms, create as much content as possible, create as much online real estate as possible, expand your reach, build your brand. Volume is everything. The more bits and pieces of you out there, the better. But here's something it took me a while to realize. Being everywhere kills your focus and your creativity. And it also sucks the soul right out of it for me. Some of us don't want a team. Some of us don't want to be managers and build media companies. Some of us just want to be solo creators to coach and create and connect. Some of us don't want to build empires. But we solo creators are drowning in a sea of wannabe empire builders. Solo creators are being replaced by media companies, and more often by bot accounts and aggregate accounts and AI-generated garbage. And we're all running as fast as we can on that gratification, validation, dopamine hamster wheel of short form, optimized for clicks, forgettable, fast food, short-lived content. Genuine human content is being replaced by algorithmic optimization. The content that's engineered for clicks and likes and views gets more engagement than real people doing and saying real things, than people being human. Everything is optimized to keep you watching as long as possible so the platform can feed you as many ads as possible. Meanwhile, we're passive, stuck in our infinite scroll. Authentic human content and connection and the social part of social media is being replaced by ads, bots, and AI slop, and quote-unquote content from people too lazy to make their own art and videos and photos and instead resort to slapping their name on someone else's work. Social media was built on the romance of connection and authenticity, but it's turning into a chaotic, neurotic nightmare. We're all sitting in this vast, timeless, dimensionless casino, sitting at our slot machines, pulling that fucking lever again and again. All of us consuming that content and all of us creating that content, we're all in that casino together, audiences and creators alike. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of being hijacked by it. I'm sick of contributing to it. This shit is addictive. I'm addicted to it. I fully admit and accept that. First thing I do every morning is I open up Instagram. Short form content is fun to watch and it's fun to make. And it did help me grow my audience, but that addictive ride ultimately leaves me feeling hollow and empty. And it's far too easy to get sucked into the pattern of creating videos that you hope will perform well and focusing only on the numbers. I'm tired of being distracted and sidetracked and marketed to constantly. I want real life, the kind that's not optimized for clicks. I want genuine connection, the kind that's not fabricated for views and profit. I want authenticity and vulnerability and humanity, the kind that isn't engineered for virality or clout, the kind that makes you pause, stop, think, and feel. The thing is, you can absolutely create and find short-form videos that are helpful or impactful. Those videos do exist. The problem isn't the format. The problem is the feed. These videos are lost in a sea of millions of other videos optimized for clicks and engagement, and so much of it is trash. I can easily think of a long-form piece, whether a YouTube video or a podcast or a movie or a film, that struck me in some way. Maybe it changed my life for the better. Maybe it hit me on some visceral level. Maybe it made me laugh to tears on a day that I was really struggling and needed something to lift my spirits. Whatever the content of those videos, I can easily think of them, the ones that stayed with me over the years, the ones I go back to again and again, videos that felt like they were made for me. Short-form videos though? I know there have been videos like this that have impacted me too, but I can't for the life of me remember any of them. The only ones that are clear in my head are my own because of all the time I spent making them. But apart from that, those short videos and the endless scrolling feed, no matter how much they reach you, no matter how impactful they are, no matter how informative or heartwarming or how much they seem capable of changing your life for the better, those videos are so quickly lost in that sea of trash. The never-ending feed engineered to keep us scrolling as long as possible. Because when we're watching, we can be served ads, we can be convinced to buy, and that's the ultimate goal with all these platforms. It's not about connection and humanity and being social at all. It's gamified capitalism. It's all about profit. I want to slow the fuck down. I want to scroll less, consume less, spend less, strive for less, do less, be happy with less. I want the time and space and presence of mind to focus on what matters to me. And I've finally committed to creating that space in my life and saying no to anything that doesn't align with that. Time spent training, meditating, reading actual books, time spent connecting with people in real life and online. Both matter, but real connection, real conversation, not just sharing reels and memes, entertaining as that is. Time spent doing work that matters to me. Time spent creating, getting all my thoughts and feelings into writing, working on a video, immersing myself in that intensive process. And that's the thing, it's all about that process. It's never about the results, the outcome, the clicks, the likes, the views, the profits, the clout, the approval, the medals, the trophies, the new belt, the higher rank, the rewards or validation. Creating a video, creating a piece of writing, doing my martial arts training, the best part of all of these has been the process, not the outcome. Hitting a milestone feels good in the moment, but it's not the point, and it can't be. Nothing is more important than the process itself, than doing the work, doing the training, creating the thing, being myself, being human, connecting with other humans, living my life, really living it with sincerity and humility and empathy and humanity and humor. The bliss of creating and connecting. That's what matters. And the endless scroll will never give me that. No matter how impactful or insightful or hilarious or heartwarming the stuff in the feed might be, when those brief moments of humanity are trapped in that casino, trapped in that endless, soul-crushing feed, they will never be the thing. Not for me. This decision I've agonized over for 2 years now, I've finally made it. To stop trying to be everywhere at once, to stop creating short-form content, to stop wasting my time on social media apps that keep me trapped in that endless scroll. To get really good at something, you need to focus. You need to say no to distractions and say no to things that don't serve you. The best way to create space for creativity? Focus on less. Do fewer things. I've been the most excited about long-form videos since I started the Karate Shrimp, and I've finally committed to focusing on just that, on YouTube, on videos that teach you or motivate you, that resonate with you or make you laugh, but ultimately that you have to take time to watch, that aren't part of some endless scrolling feed. I might still occasionally post on Instagram and Facebook, but there'll be updates, maybe I'll post to my stories, I'm not really sure, but I'm not going to make reels anymore. It's just not where my heart is. And I will continue to use Instagram for DMs, so you can reach me there, but I'm going to reserve it for actual conversation, not just swapping memes and reels. Entertaining as that is. I have a mantra for karate, which helps motivate me and keep me focused, and it's this: I fucking love this. I feel that when I'm fully present in my training. I felt that when I sat down to write the notes for this video. I felt that whenever I've put time and effort and love into something, when I've put love into a video, when I've put my heart into it. I felt that when I've stopped, when I've paused, when I've reminded myself of what's important, what truly matters, and when I've lived my life and done my training and my work accordingly. I fucking love this. This connection and realness right now. I fucking love this. And I never want to waste time on things that I don't fucking love. Not anymore. I'm turning 50 next month, and I don't want to waste another day on things that I don't love, that don't serve me, that I don't value. And I don't want to waste your time and space and energy either. Thanks for listening.